Fans, welcome back for another week of Working Fans Wednesday. I'm producer Joe. I will be joined shortly by the man they call Dave and AJ Strangebrew. And this week, we're going to do a live 5-3-1 on top tag teams, as well as talk about tonight's MLW, AEW, and NXT cards. Now, if you want to find our social media on Twitter and Twitch, we are at FansWorking. Facebook is the Working Fans Podcast Facebook page. Our email, workingfanswrestlingpod@gmail.com. Our Instagram, which is getting bigger by the day, at workingfanswrestling_pod. The YouTube, youtube.com/C/workingfanswrestlingpodcast. The website, should you choose to dare, is workingfanspodcast.com. Our Patreon, patreon.com/workingfanspodcast. You guessed it. Our podcast schedule, our comedy podcast releases every Tuesday, while our wrestling podcast releases every Thursday. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcast, Pocket Cast, any major podcast provider. So just make sure to like, rate, review, subscribe anywhere you can. Now, we are brought to you by a variety of sponsors. First off, we have 482 Designs. That is FOUR82designs@gmail.com. Email Kevin over there. He can get you set up with some nice shirts printed, some nice stickers. You've seen the shirts we sell. We are also brought to you by WrestleTopia. WrestleTopia on Facebook, at WrestleTopia on Twitter. JD Sloan is behind that project. You've seen him on here. Go give him a follow over there. Now, Happy New Year's from our sponsor, Manscaped. Manscaped is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming, offering precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. And they are here to help you have clean balls in the new year. Jesus Christ, somebody's looking out for me. Now, ring in the new year with the right tools for the job. Get 20% off your entire order at manscaped.com. Use the code WFP2020. That's free shipping and 20% off your entire order. The more you buy, the more you save, and the more you let them know that you're supporting the Working Fans Podcast. So manscaped.com, code WFP2020. Now, if you're watching us right now, you're watching us on the Buzz Facebook page. You're watching us on our YouTube. You're watching us on the Buzz's Periscope. Now, we are available over at www.what-the-buzz.com. That's the website. Check out all the articles. You've seen us on the Facebook page, The Buzz. On Twitter, stay up to date with all the news at WTBDOTCOM at WTB.com. The YouTube is youtube.com/C/thebuzz2020. Now, let me play this short social media ad, and we'll get down to business here.
Get the Lambo car, house in the hills with the stars. Told you I'd raise the bar, told you that I'd go far. Baby, it's crystal clear. I'm not a souvenir. I'm not an accessory. I'm a necessity, so come and check me out now. I'm a necessity, so come and check me out now.
Guys, how are we doing tonight?
Woo, ready to go, baby. Yeah, let's do it.
Now, guys, we have a special guest backstage right now. But AJ, do you want to run through that giveaway we got real quick? And then we're going to bring in our guest.
Absolutely. And guys, don't forget, you can also follow us on Dave's fans only account also. That's a good
Yeah,
place
baby.
to get all the pictures you want from Dave. But guys, we're giving away that t-shirt that you see up there in front of Joe right now, that Ultimate Warrior t-shirt. All you have to do to win that t-shirt is tune in Monday night to My Cage IQ, hosted by your man Dan Backley. Big fan of our show here, and you can find him on the Buzz Facebook page. You tune in at 8 o'clock Monday night. He's going to tell you who he thinks should fight Habib in the next UFC comeback fight, hopefully, of his career. And if you get that answer, you send it to us next Wednesday night live here on the Working Fans Podcast on the Buzz, 6 p.m. live. We're going to give away the ultimate t-shirt.
What
Now,
size is that?
Dave, you pronounce things good. What's the name of that show?
Oh,
My Cage IQ.
God,
Cage
so much
My
on
IQ, Monday night.
Cage My IQ. I'm sorry. My bad.
Oh, Backley's in the comments about ready to fucking fight you.
Oh, that's
there.
my bad.
Fuck yeah, I didn't see that coming.
My dyslexia, every once in a while, my dyslexia kicks in.
Hey, what size are those Warrior t-shirts too? So someone knows.
Those are a size large. So if you're a bigger guy, maybe you got a small friend. Either way, tune in, get that shirt. Now, guys, I don't want to keep this guy waiting because he is offering us a special opportunity that we talked about this week. So let me bring in Nicholas Vick, the owner of Knockout Wrestling, and we will talk about the opportunity that's been put in front of us. Nicholas, how you doing tonight?
Good, yourself? How you guys doing?
Good, man. Thanks for coming on.
Hey,
Awesome.
we've
Thank
been
you.
doing real good this week. Now, we wanted to have you on to talk a little bit about Knockout Wrestling with us since we've been talked about to be your commentary team coming up.
Yes, we had an opportunity we're looking for a commentary for our upcoming shows, and Rob, one of our guys, reached out to y'all, and you guys accepted. We're very blessed. I mean, we've been following you guys for a little while, and we're really excited about the other future things that are going to be happening. So,
Yeah, we're excited for the opportunity, man. This is really cool. We appreciate you reaching out, and we're excited to do business with you, man. How long you guys been around? Tell us about the product.
we've been around since 2019. We were one company. We branched off into our own, and now we've basically going on 2 years, 3 years here soon. So, been very, very stressful, but rewarding in a long time. So,
Oh yeah.
Guys, you don't want to miss out on this promotion. We've been going back watching the videos. This is one of the hottest young promotions in all of southeastern U.S. and quite frankly going worldwide. So get on the train quickly and be a part of this.
yeah, you can follow us. I don't know if you get that link on your page or not, but you can follow us here at Knockout on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, pretty much anywhere. So sorry if I'm looking up. I'm driving. So
We appreciate you helping out, man. You're a busy man.
yeah,
We just wanted to have you on tonight because since we've taken on this opportunity, we wanted to have AJ in front of you as well because me and Dave will be handling your commentary, and there has been talks about a Knockout podcast possibly.
yeah, we had one there for a little bit and it was doing well. Kind of separated, but that right there, I think, is one of the biggest things I enjoyed. Not only the commentary, but I think the broadcast, just so you can be more one-on-one with each wrestler and kind of get to know what's driving them. So that's really what I like the most about it all, is the broadcast part of it. Me personally.
I'm looking forward to talking to all the talent there at Knockout Wrestling. I'm also looking forward to the big show you got coming up February 6th. I heard that there's a high school on the line, Leesburg High School.
Leesburg High School is on the line, and so is the company itself. Johnny Walker, he's a big man with a big mouth. So hopefully we get to put him in his place.
Johnny Walker has always given Dave a big mouth also, so we're familiar with Johnny Walker.
Yeah,
And he's also kind of been ducking us. He won't get on the premiere podcast out there. I don't know why he can't show his face.
no,
Hey.
he's a bit of a coward, I think, but it's all good. You know, he hit me from behind a few times, but it's a little different when it was face to face, if you have seen. So during the contract signing. I was able to get a couple good looks in before I got pulled off. But hey,
Gabe knows about that.
Nicholas, I gotta ask you. Yeah, you touched on something there. Being excited, but it's stressful, right? Like I have a little business on the side myself, and isn't it like just it's all your time and all your energy, but it's also like it's the best and the worst, right?
yes, I love it. There's a lot of haters, considering I'm new to the industry, as you guys say. You can always, but those haters would motivate you and drives you to go more further. So that's what I like about it. But for being only a few years old and what we accomplished in just a little bit of time, you know, I'm a big believer in God. Put God first, and great things will happen. So we've been very blessed with it.
Especially to put out shows right now in this time period too. That's a big thing.
Yeah, February 6th is going to be a good show. We also Friday we have ladies night, ladies wrestling down in Eustis, Florida. So we'll be there on Friday night. There's some other shows coming up later on that month. We have a pretty busy month. I think one weekend and one weekend only is we're not doing anything, and that's the 13th of February. So
yeah, I was looking
grind.
at the ladies division. It looks like you got a stacked division there with a lot of great talent. So that should be an awesome show this Friday.
Yeah, speaking of Elijah Hayes is our women's champion. She's going to be on my team. Called her on. She's all knockout. So
absolutely. That's going to be an amazing team.
thank you. We're looking forward to it. So like I said, you can go on our website, our Facebook page, buy the tickets online, tickets at the door. So hopefully we get you guys down here. Come check out a live show one time.
Definitely.
That'll be amazing. Once they open up the travel, we won't even hesitate.
Well, we look forward to doing business with you and being a part of your commentary team. It's a very exciting opportunity for us. We look forward to cross promoting. And is there anything else you want to promote while you're on real quick?
Nah, man, just support your indie wrestling. Not only support us, but we love that. But there's a lot of good companies out there, a lot of good wrestling companies. So definitely support them, So especially in this time.
Absolutely. We all rise together or we all fall in this industry.
Exactly.
100%. Now, Nicholas, thank you for joining us, and we will talk to you again soon. Oh, shit. I cut him off. Guys, they are indie wrestling with an edge. I'm going to run a quick Manscaped promo, and then AJ is going to tell us about his favorite ball shaving techniques.
That name.
AJ, tell us about your balls, brother.
All right, so here's the most important thing. You always want to protect your tag team partners, whether it's the guys on the podcast or whether it's the boys down below south of the border. And what I do is I always bring my Manscaped travel bag with me no matter where I go. That way I'm ready to
travel bag.
Dude, I'm ready to rock and roll. I've got the Lawnmower 3.0, ceramic blade technology. It's got the light on it. It zooms right up for you. Look at that. Boom.
I was going to say, turn that on. Let them hear that 7,000 RPM motor.
Feel that. It's absolutely incredible. And keeps you from getting color the hard way.
Next to your Life Force. That could cut your balls if you're not careful.
Guys,
that ceramic blade, that ain't going to nick your balls.
Absolutely. And what do you need to do after you've trimmed down there? You got to get yourself nice and clean. We've got the crop cleanser here. You can get this, bring it home, make yourself smell nice and sweet. Take care of those nose hairs, people. People don't want to see the nose hairs, especially with the masks and stuff like that. Next thing you know, you got a garden growing underneath there.
Hey, does it have a light on it?
This does not have a light on it, but what it does have is technology that keeps you trim, clean, and ready to go. You're damn right you got to spray the balls, my friend. If you don't spray the balls, you're not going to keep them good. Thank you, Randy. We got the Crop Reviver. This is a toner that will protect them, keep them smelling sweet and nice and shiny.
So sweet.
That's not bringing
And-
the line back, right?
And by the way, they can look as good as they want, but if they don't smell nice with your deodorant, the crop preserver, then you're not going the right way. So you want to get all this stuff. You want to bring this home. You want to be the man to beat the man. So what you do is you do
Testify.
WFP, Working Fans Podcast, WFP 2020. Save yourself 20%. Get all the goods to smell to keep you rocking and rolling all night long, girls. And that's all you got to do is go to manscaped.com. WFP 2020. Bring it home, boys.
Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Here we go, baby.
Now, guys, the reason we're all here this week is to talk a live 5-3-1 on top tag teams. This is a subject we did on a past episode.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Dave, what do you have for a list this week?
All right. I don't know what the hell my first list was, but I know these guys were definitely on it. The Steiner brothers, my favorite damn tag team of all time. Scott Steiner with the Frankensteiner, insane as a kid. All right. And then he doesn't get enough credit for this, but he had like that suplex he would turn into a pile driver. Yeah. Insane. And what about Rick? Take your head off with the Steiner line. All right, the Bulldog off the top rope. So innovative. My absolute favorite tag team. They were the U.S. Tag, World Tag in WCW, and the IWGP Tag Champs all at the same time.
They were not the Hot Tag Express, though.
No, that was me and you down in Florida. That's another story.
Woo!
Anyway, we got
breakdown in '94.
We got LLD, all right, and not LLD 2000 or not the LLD with Hyde and Wright. We're talking about Animal and Hawk. They're legendary. They were AWA, they were NWA, and they were WWF World Tag Team Champions. Most dominant team in the history of tag team wrestling ever, possibly. I also had to put, now this is where I decided, I don't remember my first list, but I decided I'm feeling a little technical, all right? As far as like tag team and in and out tags and all that and good teamwork, these were the teams I thought that should be on the list. Midnight Express.
Oh.
Absolutely not. Midnight Express. And I know people sometimes favor Bob Eaton and Condre. I like Bob Eaton and Lane personally. To me, Lane was great with the Fabulous Ones, and he really added something to the Midnight Express. Now, Bobby was the man, no matter if it was Bobby and Condre or Bobby and Lane, but I like the combination of Bobby and Lane better. Then I got Tully and Iron. I don't think, with the exception of the Midnight Express, you're looking at two better technical in-and-out tag team workers. And then I had to put the Hart Foundation. I like Bret and Jim. I thought they were great. And AJ's always got this little rivalry with me about Bret Hart because for some reason, when we were kids and I told him Bret Hart was my favorite wrestler and Ric Flair was his favorite, we had to be against each other. I was like, I don't understand this. I like both, but we had to have a rivalry. So he's never liked Bret really since then. But that being said, the Harts made the list. A few honorable mentions. I want to actually put as a current team, FTR, Fear the Revival, baby, or whatever they're going to go by now, Fear the Revolt or whatever. We can't call them the Revival probably, but FDR makes my list. They're one of the best teams of all time. Honorable mention.
You were only one team off. You had the Miracle Violence connection last time, William.
Oh, Gordy and Williams. I was probably in a hard-hitting mood. Yeah, I go back and forth with this stuff. I'm not going to lie. There's certain things that you get in the mood for. So,
hey,
I couldn't deny them.
As Pease knows, when Dave's in a hard-hitting mood, it just comes to town.
Don't worry about peas, baby. Kayfabe the peas. Listen, all right? We got hard-hitting action. AJ, what's your list? Come on, baby. Talk to me.
Okay, first of all, for longevity's sake and just a pure great tag team that works together, hard to beat Ring of Honor's the Briscoes. Jay and Mark, to me, are one of the great tag teams that don't get talked about enough, being in a smaller promotion like Ring of Honor, and they've done it for a long time now. I think for a modern tag team, hard to beat the New Day. No matter what the combination is, I think that the three of them have worked now. You can't really beat the combination of the three. I'm with you on the Midnight Express. I agree with you. I think Stan Lane and Bobby are the best combination of the two. However, they are also the shortest one. They were only actually partners from late 87 all the way into 1990, and then that's actually the end of their time together. So it's kind of interesting that they're my favorite.
Memorable.
The Killer Elite Squad. I absolutely love the Killer Elite Squad. To me, I'm hoping they put them back together in AEW because Davey Boy Smith Jr. and freaking Lance Hoyt together are absolutely, or Lance Archer, sorry, together are absolutely killer, and I think they're a great tag team.
And you had
then
Powers of Pain, right?
Close. I went with the Road Warriors. To me, it's very hard to beat that original Road Warrior pop. And for those of us that were alive in that time period, they might not have been the best technical wrestlers in the ring, but there was no level of excitement like the Road Warriors just hitting that ring.
Wow.
Yeah. I think that was
and maybe better than Black Sabbath did.
Hey,
I think Hawk's last words were, "What a rush!"
wow. How do you do, Joe?
That was
Oh no.
fairly close. Buster, British Bulldogs. He did have the Briscoes from ROH. I thought he was going to have Jack and Jerry. He had Midnights and LOD on his original list.
Okay, so he was close. He didn't kayfabe us. My man.
Now, Dave, how real are you going to come this week?
What do you mean? I just gave you a list.
Jesus Christ. I'll give you my list. I've got the Rock and Roll Express, Steiners, LOD, Williams and Gordy, and the Midnights.
Joe's been prepping hard for this show, folks. You got to understand. He's been prepping hard. He's coming at us, and he's ready to go.
I know. I was going to say, I got these lists right next to me over here.
Guys, we've had some great comments down below also. We've seen Backley with the Dudley Boys and with the New Age Outlaws. Randy Osgood's brought in the two-man power trip with Steve Austin and Triple H. And then everybody's favorite Canadians, Edge and Christian. Backley back in with Harlem Heat.
What the hell? Edge and Christian were the best in terms of like personality and what they could do in the ring. I was a big fan of them as a team. Man.
Backley's got Harlem Heat.
Booker T, Stevie Ray, baby. Harlem Hangover all night long. I love that.
Yeah. Hard to beat that, to see them actually grow, especially as they started off Harlem Heat. Stevie Ray was the bigger name of the two because of his size and the way they promoted him. And but slowly you could see Booker T grow and start to eclipse his brother. So it was a very
in Texas,
interesting dynamic.
They put that global heavyweight champion on Stevie Ray, baby.
Yeah,
they knew what was up.
Isn't that crazy to think now that Booker T is the bigger Hall of Famer? Oh, shit. Hall and Nash, we got an Outsiders comment here.
Outsiders.
Damn it. How did we forget that one?
Boo!
Now, guys, let's move on to tonight's cards.
You know where that comment came from? Down there.
Well, wait a minute. We gotta dwindle this down to a top one first, buddy.
Oh, yeah, Joe, what are you doing, baby? AJ, keeping us on track. God,
yeah, we can't move on to MLW before we dwindle it down.
I'm gonna ask Joe how many who we kept as a top list, but since Joe's prepped so hard, I was gonna skip that.
Dude, Randy Osgood coming in.
Top list, it was Road Warriors, Rock and Roll Express, and Dudley Boys for the original list.
For the original list, yeah. Well, for this, I know we all had the Road Warriors, so that has to be on there. And me and AJ, I know maybe you did too, Joe. We all had the Midnight Express. So Road Warriors and Midnight.
100%. They were
Road Warriors and Midnight have to be there. And then we got to look for that third team. Did we all have a common third team in here?
Yeah,
that
Motor City Machine Gun.
Be the roughest because they're going to be the first to get bounced. 100%.
Yeah. I mean, if it's mine, I just love the Steiners. I love the Steiners.
Dude, I'm all right with the Steiners.
Okay. And I guess I got to bounce them. I wouldn't, but I guess I think I'm going to be outnumbered here anyway because it's. I would have it down to the Steiners and the Road Warriors personally, but
I actually agree with you. I was I was actually pissed that I didn't put the Steiners on my list again.
Okay, yeah.
That's
sidebar. Are you more of a Rick fan? You're actually leaning towards Rick.
I am more of a Rick fan.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah,
because you're a little older. Anybody, I'd say a little younger, sides on that Scott Steiner side. Just
6 months, baby.
Well, the thing about Scott is Scott became the bigger star, similar to Harlem Heat.
Yes.
Rick was the TV champ. He came in by himself. He was with the Varsity Club, worked his way through. and he was the much bigger star. And Scott obviously eventually became Big Papa Pump, so it's hard to even compare later success. But yeah, it's similar to all.
I saw Rick for the first time in Bill Watts' Universal Wrestling Federation, and he was part of Hot Stuff International. And it was I want to say
with Sting. Sting was
him
in
and
there.
Sting were the tag champs, and maybe it was Sting and Gilbert, but it was he was in there. And then later on in the Varsity Club, he was killing it. And then Scott, I saw for the first time working his way up into AWA. Before they brought him to team with Rick. And then once him and Rick started teaming, it wasn't long before they started to really take over. So,
well, once Scott got rid of the mullet, he really went to the moon.
yes. Now, so we got it down to the Steiners and the Road Warriors then. I love the Steiners. They're my favorite team, but man, yeah, I know. You can't go against the Road Warriors. They were the man. And the AWA was worth a damn when they were the tag champs over there. Then you take into consideration, we know what they did at NWA/WCW, and then what they did in the World Wrestling Federation. Obviously, our favorite run as purists, especially when they brought the mannequin doll. Oh, my God, huh? That ventriloquist act. When Paul Ellering found that, AJ, was there tears in your eyes like it was mine? Like Rocco, our childhood friend. How exciting.
Vince did all he could to try to bury the Road Warriors and just could not get the job done. He would have killed Hawk if Hawk had seen Heidenreich.
You say that all he could. That was what Vince called Saturday. I think I'm just going to bury the Road Warriors today. And then obviously there's success in Japan too. And AJ and Kenny Omega are a great team.
I think me and Kenny Omega would have been awesome.
In the Panhandle.
They would have sold out the Panhandle
easily.
Hey, if you are able to get footage of me versus Angle from 1999 down in Florida, you'll see matches that were absolutely insane.
Yeah. Hey, let's look up AJ versus Kurt Angle. See what comes up. Hey, all right. So it's got to be the Road Warriors then. Animal and Hawk. They're just the most dominant, the most charismatic team. Yeah, we are a great team, Randy. You're damn right.
Wow.
Gonna be stealing the show. Call the cops because we stealing the show, baby.
I know, Randy's hogging the comments tonight, brother.
They're not legendary, though.
Now, guys.
Bring it, Joe.
Nah, we're not. We fucked up, but MLW tonight, big fight feel, Fatu, ACH, world title. Dave, who do you have?
Fatu, baby. No offense to ACH. I mean, I appreciate you coming, but this is Jacob Fatu. Unless he's got his contract is up, this ain't going down like this.
I know. Fatu definitely forgot the super. Simon Gotch, Jordan Oliver. That is a grudge match. Who do you got there?
I got Oliver in that one. I think they're gonna. I like Gotch, but I know you're just gonna disagree with me. I like Gotch, but I think the company's riding high on Jordan Oliver right now. I think they see something in him.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna put over Jordan Oliver also.
Going over.
AJ's not necessarily happy about it. He likes Gotch though.
I do like Gotch. I think Gotch is does a good job of bringing back the old school.
Mm-hmm.
I happen to know that he would have been Luthez's favorite wrestler.
100%, baby. The Vaudevillains.
Yeah, him and Frank Gotch would have been incredible.
Davari's on tonight too, right?
Yeah, Davari versus Zenshi is making his debut.
Always good to see Davari back.
Well, Davari's never been used correctly. He's one of those guys that could have been a superstar and just for whatever reason just has never gotten the push that he deserves.
Yeah, runs the wrestling school with Ken Anderson.
Former guest on the show.
Yeah, out there in Wisconsin.
Now we have
Green Bay, Wisconsin. Sorry.
Richard Holiday this week. That's been a long brewing feud since before the pandemic started.
I'm going Richard Holiday, former guest of the show. Look him up in the archives, folks, if you want to hear a great interview with my man Dave talking to Richard Holiday. Randy Osga bringing the thunder as always. Absolutely. Selena interview with Alicia is going to be off the hook.
A little feud going too.
Yeah, we're going to find out who bought Promociones Dorado.
What did you guys think of Mil Mortez and Brian Pillman Jr., who, of course, was on both shows last week, MLW and on AEW? But I thought him and Mil Mortez, he did a great job of putting over Mil Mortez.
Yeah, obviously Pillman's on his way out the door, so he's put over Mil. I've always liked Mill. I think that he's great in that kind of intimidating role. I don't know. It's funny. He's a big, fit guy. I don't know how tall he actually is, though.
By the way, Randy, I can't wait to talk about that.
I actually like that. I mean, I might be in the minority. I've heard some
I
complaints
am.
about that.
We might have a debate tonight because I am in a complete opposite direction, and you know how much I love women's wrestling, and I am completely opposite.
Okay, well, let's get to it. We're apparently I see the logo. NXT's up, baby.
Bringing it
Let's
up.
talk about what we're gonna like first, though. I know, Joe, you want to get to it. I'm just gonna steal your thunder real quick because I'm too excited about this. Ciampa, Thatcher, fight pit match. Don't even have to wait. That's what I'm looking forward to the most of the night. I can't even hold it in. That fight pit match is going to be off the hook. I hope they beat the shit out of each other. And I'm going to go with Thatcher. I think he gets it done.
I absolutely love the fight pit. It reminds me a lot of what they do over in Rev Pro. I love that style where people just beat the crap out of each other and make it look as legit as it should look. So we agree completely on that. And I think Thatcher's going over. How can he not? I mean, at every turn so far, he's been freaking jobbed out. So at some point, you have to put him over.
I agree.
AJ, we got a question for you here. How'd you feel about MSK?
I like MSK. I think that they're actually talented. I'm not necessarily big about the name. I don't really, but I think the tag team itself, they were great in Impact, and I think they'll be great in NXT as long as they're used correctly.
Yeah, I thought it was a great debut. WWE is going to do what they do with names, but I think these kids can get over. So I'm excited to see that.
Absolutely.
I thought it was a highlight of NXT last week, honestly.
Oh, I did too. I was glad to see they found their way out of the treehouse.
And NXT is never really the issue. It's Raw or SmackDown when they get there that previously established identity is killed.
And lately, Raw.
The worst thing that could happen to MSK would be going to the main roster.
Yeah, right now, I think it's good they're in NXT, and I'm hoping they win this tournament or at least get down to the finals.
Well, they're also a little undersized, and we both know what Vince thinks of tag teams that are a little undersized.
That's why I'm in no hurry to move up the Undisputed Era, despite the fact they've done everything.
Oh, absolutely.
I like, come on, let's find something for them, guys.
Absolutely.
We ain't gotta rush this
Anything. Same thing with Gargano. The last thing I want to see is Gargano leave NXT.
If they get moved up, though, I hope it's SmackDown. I know we're going off the rails here a little bit, but I know Daniel Bryan's writing for SmackDown lately, and it seems that's part of maybe the reason why that show's been turning around a little bit too.
But before we make our predictions here, let's talk about this women's freaking Dusty Rhodes Classic, and I'll tell you why I don't like it. To me, I don't like the idea of having the women look almost like a secondary thing and just having them copy the men. So having them start a week after, if you were going to do this, you should have started with the women and then did the men's. And that would have put them on equal footing compared to what they've done now, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I can see your point. I'm just excited to get more of the women on the show, honestly. That's one thing NXT does well is, they always have women's matches. And I don't know. I'm hoping some of these girls put on a good show. And again, I think AJ's got a very valid complaint. I'm not knocking. I think I might be even in a minority in this one. But honestly, I'm excited just to have the women to get more of a platform still. So hopefully
thank you to Randy Osga for buying another shirt. But Randy, if you really want to support us, get over to manscaped.com, use WFP 2020, and shave those balls so that you can look like the three baldies.
That's right, baby. Shave your nuts. All right.
Now, guys, the last show of the night, AEW. What are you most excited for?
Inner Circle, right? That three-way with the tag teams. Sammy
Well,
Hagar.
Well, I'll be honest with you. That's
That was
not
the
what
best joke of the other night.
I like it.
if you're talking about the wrestling aspect, absolutely that's what I'm looking forward to. But now what I'm looking forward to each week is the interaction with them and Impact and to see who might show up, who might not show up. There's talk this week that Shamrock might be there. There's talk. They're doing such a good job of making you look forward to the interaction. It's really the opposite of what the WWE did with WCW, where each week you're like, oh, fuck, here's WCW again. This week you're actually sitting there going, God, I wonder who's going to show up. And considering how low the ratings were for Impact and how much they're growing each week, this is definitely having an effect for both products.
Yeah, I was really interested because Don Callis made the comment last night on Impact in the beginning. He said he turns around to camera as we're all leaving the locker room. He's like, "Oh, I didn't think I saw you there." And he makes this statement about, "I'm going to be going away for a little while, but don't worry, I'll be back. Me and Kenny got some business in Jacksonville." So I think that means we're going to see a lot more of at least Don and Kenny on AEW like we already been. But yeah, I'm with you. Like, obviously the Good Brothers are there. Private Party won the #1 contender to the Impact titles last night. So maybe we're not going to get Private Party and the Good Brothers on Impact. Maybe we get that on AEW. I don't know. I'm excited to see.
Now, I got to tell you, I do like Private Party. I don't dislike Private Party, but I actually was excited when I saw the tag team of Chris Sabin and James Storm. So to see Private Party and Matt Hardy came out, actually, to me, took away from what could be a new team. So that was an interesting moment.
He's a James Storm smart. I love James too. But yeah. I like everybody in that ring, including the Good Brothers. But James Storm's my dude. Like, actually, I would love for James Storm to go over. And I was James Storm was the one with the Impact World Championship. Everybody's like, well, we ain't gonna let Dave fucking book the show. Well, guess what? Too bad. Sorry about your damn luck.
I'm going to share a fun little story with you. As you guys know, I worked.
He trained you. Just kidding.
No, yeah. I worked for a movie company a couple years ago who we're not going to name. But when I was actually opening up that movie company, I had to go down to Orlando to train because that's one of their training areas. One of the people and some of the people that worked for that movie company had worked on the Impact shows at Disney. And the person that everybody said was the nicest, most down-to-earth, coolest person by far was James Storm. So to hear cool stuff like that also helps to want to cheer for someone.
Damn right.
Makes sense. He's lasted so long in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
That's so I'm sorry about Chris Harris's damn luck.
Yeah, Chris Harris, baby. Braden Walker.
Now, guys, who's showing up versus Moxley tonight?
What was that?
Who's showing up versus Moxley?
Yeah, I didn't understand that. This says Moxley in action, right? So
yeah, versus to be announced.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
Really, I'm going to guess it's someone from Taz's group. I think it's either going to be freaking. I don't think they're going to do it with Brian Cage. I think that would be too big of a shot. So it's got to be one of the other two.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Ethan Page?
It could be.
I'd love to see Ethan Page.
That would be a big pop coming off that Impact disappointment.
Well, the problem is he was so injured after the Karate Man got his hands on him.
Fuck out of here! That stupid shit.
I don't know if he can. I don't know if
I
he
was
can
so
make
annoyed
it
with
go.
that dumb shit.
Now, where were you guys on that Karate Man skit?
The skit? Oh no, that awful. Shut it down.
Worst cinematic match I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I don't even know if it was a cinematic match. It was just shit. I don't know what they were doing.
Dave, this might be worse spelling than you, but how you feeling about Layla Hirsch tonight?
Yeah, she's in there with Penelope Ford. Good opportunity for her. She's probably not going to go over. They haven't, spotlighted her like that yet, but I think she has potential, and I hope it's someone they eventually get behind.
I'll tell you what, I'm actually a little sad in this one that she's not going against Nyla Rose, because I think going against Nyla Rose, I know you're laughing, Dave.
I'm sorry.
The reason why is because going against Nyla Rose to me would have given her a chance to display some of the power and some of the moves that she can actually do to a larger opponent.
Oh, Layla.
Whereas,
Layla
Layla Hirsch.
Oh,
yeah,
that's off Penelope. I'm like,
no.
Penelope? She got a power
the original match was supposed to be Layla Hirsch versus Nyla Rose. Nyla Rose went down with the COVID. So unfortunately, it's not going to give us an opportunity to see some of the things that Layla Hirsch can do that I think really would have impressed the fans. Those of us who saw her at Bloodsport know that she can work her ass off.
I love her. I think she reminds me of a mini Chad Gable. So
absolutely. Or about the same
where
time.
we first became familiar with her, and she was wild at Bloodsport.
She was.
Now, guys, we need to make some predictions here for both shows. Randy Osga asked us who we thought would take both of the Dusty Rhodes tag team tournaments. Do you guys have any thoughts on that at all?
I'm pulling for MSK. As far as the ladies go, I'm going to go with Candice and Hartwell. I think the story's with them, so we'll see.
All right, for tonight's matches, I've got Metalik and Dorado, Kushida and Ruff, and it's got to be Mercedes Martinez and Tony Storm.
Oh, okay. I was going ahead with the tournament wins. I'm sorry.
No, that's
Oh,
fine.
geez, I'm just focusing on tonight, brother.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to answer the tournament also because I actually think that the girls wrestling tonight, Tony Storm and Mercedes Martinez, have a chance to win the whole tournament. And
Oh, yeah, they've gotta win the
oh,
women's.
Daniel, you stole my thunder. I was going with the Grizzled Young Vets. They're my favorite tag team in the whole tournament. I do like MSK, but to me, the Grizzled Young Vets, who came in second last year, they need to win the whole thing because they are the best pure tag team in that tournament.
Yeah, man, that talent in NXT UK is something else. I wish they would get more shine once in a while. But
Guys, if
Walter, I mean, I want to bring it up for a second, just because like he just had an awesome match with A Kid, and for those who don't follow, yes, that's his name, A Kid. Yeah. He had a tremendous match with him, and then his match, about a month ago with Dragunov, I mean, was one of the best matches of all time. And now this match, it's not on the level of that match, but it's a damn good match. Like Walter is bringing the best out of these people, and at the same time punishing them. So he looks like a monster still. So to me, when Walter's on NXT UK and I hear about it, I check it out. If just for that reason alone, he's something special.
Well, the only reason Walter is even on UK right now is because with the travel restrictions from his home country of Germany and the UK and coming to America, it would be too hard to actually be able to come back and forth. Otherwise, I would love to see Walter every week on NXT. But if you haven't tuned in on Thursdays for NXT UK, you're missing out big time.
Now, if it wasn't for COVID, would Walter be on Raw?
Oh God, I hope not. Keep him away from that show.
That's another one where I think Vince would look at the body because of the way his body is and it's unconventional, and he might give him almost the Keith Lee treatment where I don't really get it.
Although Vince back in the day was a huge Finley fan. So maybe once he saw those chops, Vince would go, "Ooh, damn, I like this guy."
But he could. We don't
need to take that chance. Oh yeah, Tyler Bate.
Whoa, absolutely.
Another fine talent. Love that guy. Then there you go, Walter and Tyler Bate. That was one of the best matches I'd ever seen on NXT UK as well.
God.
So again, Bate, Walter, a lot of great talent. I wish there was more of a focus on that show. I mean, they put on a good show. It's just the time slot and when people get to see it, I guess. But,
one of the best apps that I have is I have the Rev Pro app, and both Walter, Tyler Bates, all of those guys, and Helico actually shows up there too from AEW. A lot of those guys are on that Rev Pro app. If you want to just spend a couple dollars and get a tremendous app to watch wrestling, go out and purchase Rev Pro.
Big strong boy. Joe, we got anything else?
No, we have got to wrap this up because we got MLW coming up.
Damn right. Let's get out of here.
Is there anything you want to drop on these guys besides Knockout Wrestling? What's up?
Well, we got something to drop on them. Show them that T-shirt again.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, there you go.
Ultimate Warrior.
All right, guys, tune into Cage My IQ at 8 p.m. Monday night. Find out who the host, Dan Backley, thinks is going to face Habib if he actually comes back. And if you can answer our question next Wednesday of who is actually going to face him, then you can win that T-shirt. And don't forget, coming up next on the Buzz Network, we've got the main line coming up. You do not want to miss all the action here on the Buzz.